Well, hello, everybody. It's me, Mitch. I'm here in my studio today, and there's something I want to talk about that I think, unfortunately, is critical and goes right to the heart of the problems that we face in our community, not only just carnivore, but low carb in general, in fighting the efforts of everybody aligned with the big food and drug companies and government to silence our message, make it harder for us to continue, and doing everything they can without absolutely banning us outright or censoring us right out of existence. It's a hard thing for me to talk about, and I'm sure it's just as hard for anybody who's put as much time and effort, not only in personal research, figuring out the best way to be healthy in a society designed and manipulated to keep us fat and sick and on these unhealthy foods and on these pharmaceuticals. I just watched a video. It was on Philip Ovadia's channel, and it was an interview that he made with Vinnie Tortorich. And if you don't know who Vinnie Tortorich is, I'm recommending that you find out. He's responsible for 4 documentaries, the latest of which called Dirty Keto, which is seemingly being held up in its release. But his previous 3 documentaries, Fat a Documentary, were fabulous and really exposed what's going on, the things that we talk about every day. On my channel, I've seen my channel's growth, although good. I've watched it slow down to a crawl. I have seen, just last night, 10 subscribers just disappear. And that's just not normal. But I think, based on the number of comments I get from you saying, I thought I was subscribed to your channel, but now I'm not, so I resubscribed. And I know this is going to sound like tinfoil hat conspiracy stuff, but I really think that there is an effort to eat away slowly at both our viewership and our support. Not just me, but anybody whose messaging goes against the current narrative, especially the current dietary standards. What are we going to do about this? Well, I'm going to talk to you about what I'm going to do about it. I'm going to do the same thing that so many of the political channels had to do when their message started to be eroded. They were demonetized. And find another platform as a backup. I've picked Rumble. But there's not enough people on Rumble to actually support any growth. So I'm staying with YouTube as long as they'll let me. I'm fighting the battle against whatever odds are stacked against us. But I need to have a backup in place in case one day I wake up, try to log into my YouTube channel, and find out it's not there anymore. I live with this fear every day. Every morning when I log into my YouTube studio, I say to myself, is this the day, not just for me, but for anybody else in our space, to find out that we've so-called somehow violated their community guidelines, gotten strikes against us, and we're gone. Well, I don't expect that to happen, and I keep on plugging, and I keep on going. I am and have taken steps to make sure that we don't lose contact with each other. That's the scary part. Right now, this is the only way I have of communicating with you, of even knowing who you are. And it's the only way, pretty much, that you can find me. So what I've done is on my website at oldguycarnivore.com, this is the homepage. That's oldguycarnivore.com, a website that I and no one else controls. No one else can delete it. Nobody can make changes to it. This is maybe the last bastion of autonomy that any of us have. On my website, down at the bottom of every page, in the footer, it says, "Stay in touch. It's important." It says, "Join my mailing list to receive monthly newsletter. And most importantly, if the censors lose their minds and cancel all of us, I will be able to let you know on what platforms I will be continuing to spread the carnivore message." It's on every page. This will be personal and private. These email addresses are collected on my website server, and nobody has access to them except me. I swear and promise that they will never be shared with anybody for any reason. After 10 months of being Old Guy Carnivore, I've been talking about doing a monthly newsletter, and I'm in the process of doing the first one. I went and looked on my website. I had never looked before. I said, I wonder how many people have signed up for this newsletter email. And to my utter shock and amazement, 770 of you have put your email addresses in there. I went ahead and subscribed, and it ain't cheap, but I think it's worth it, to an email marketing company that allows me to bulk email securely from a trusted platform. Many, many, many businesses use this organization called Constant Contact. I've been using them for years and years and years in many of my endeavors, and still use them today in doing the work I do for my daughter's public relations company. They're trusted by huge companies and huge organizations, and they do it right. Unfortunately, they charge a lot of money, with some of their plans going into hundreds of dollars a month. People pay that because it's worth it in security and privacy to them. Well, I went ahead and bit the bullet, and I subscribed and paid for the first 6 months so that I can start using this. But the most important use of this email list that I'll have of you, people that follow me, people that don't want to lose touch, is that in the event that the unthinkable happens, I will be able to contact you and let you know on what platform my new home has landed and where you can find me. I'll have to do kind of what Ken Berry did. I'll kind of have to take my private community off of this current platform and go with another private supplier of a home for a private community who will probably cost plenty of money. But it's worth it. More important than all the money is, how do we not just disappear and get canceled? How do we keep going? So I urge you, and keep in mind that you can unsubscribe from this particular mailing list anytime. If you happen to just get tired of hearing from me, won't hurt my feelings, or you think this list is being misused somehow by anybody, hopefully not likely to happen. But if you put your email address, I'm not asking for names, addresses, phone, no personal information, just a way to get a message to you. Subscribe to this list. It's perfectly legal because no email addresses will appear on my list unless it has had your permission by entering it on my website. And it's the only place that you can enter an email address. This is between you and me. Hopefully, we'll still be here and doing what we're doing in spite of the adversity years and years from now. But just in case, I would appreciate it if you put your name on that list. Enjoy the newsletter I'm going to be creating. Hopefully it'll be full of interesting things, videos to watch, recipes, things like that. Maybe some relevant news on our movement to try to fix this mess we're in. But hopefully, I won't have to use it for anything but a newsletter, which I hope you might find enjoyable and informative. Back to Vinnie Tortorich. He had a video today, an interview with Philip Ovadia, I Fix My Heart cardiologist. It was one of the best and most informative, longer videos that I have watched in recent memory. Knowing Vinnie's story and the battles that he's been through, fighting all of the things that we're afraid of, is inspiring. It's inspiring to me. And one of the things that just keeps me going is that battle against the David and Goliath battle against tremendous forces and corruption that do not want to let us decide our own path and fate when it comes to our own health and well-being. This is an important message. My website is oldguycarnivore.com. I won't plug the website, but just go to the footer on any page, enter your email address, and at least know that in the unthinkable event that we all just disappear one day because somebody in big tech decided that our message doesn't fit their community guidelines, know that it won't be too long after that happens before you won't get an email from me, from oldguycarnivore.com or oldguycarnivore@gmail.com, saying, "Hi, it's me, Mitch. I'm not gone. I just moved." I hope you'll take this to heart. I'll talk about it some more tonight on my live stream. I think it's very, very important, and it's something that every creator, every influencer in our space, in the keto space, in the ketovore space, should be doing and preparing like I said, for something we hope never comes, but you can't rule out either. Thanks for listening. Until my live stream tonight, take the rest of the day off. And paramount in importance, eat meat